Hello students, in today's video we will be discussing the part 2 of applications of laser. So I'll be continuing from application number 3 because the earlier two applications were discussed in the last video. So we'll be starting with laser cutting first. Now laser cutting is an application which can be used for cutting of glass, ceramics, metals, alloys. It can also be used for the cutting of yarn. In textile industry, laser has a very huge advantage. So as we discussed in material processing, the remaining assembly remains the same. The upper assembly wherein you have a laser source, wherein you have a shutter, a focusing assembly, window, all those things remain the same. I have tried to show only the bottom portion wherein this is the output of laser beam from the focusing assembly onto the window, and from the window as a fine beam is focused on the specimen. Basic assembly remains the same, but there is a slight difference over here. We already have a gas jet, if you remember, but that gas jet has specific functions. It is used to cool down the molten metal, it is used to clear the surface, it is used to protect the entire optical arrangement from smoke and fumes, right? But in case of laser cutting, what additional do we have? This portion wherein you have this window. After the window, what is done? The surrounding, we have a chamber of gas created wherein there is a gas inlet and outlet. Now the basic purpose of this gas inlet, now again the gas used can be oxygen, it can be any inert gas like argon. What is the basic purpose of having this gas chamber? See, melting a material using laser or welding a material using laser will only require to melt the surface because we need to join the two metals or we need to even the surface. But if you want to cut or drill a hole, the use of laser will be consumed more. So you need more energy. So what is done? We have this gas inlet because when laser focuses on this point of specimen, it gets heated up, and this heating will in turn heat up the gas, and this heating of gas will help in drilling or cutting. So you understood why do we need this gas inlet? It is basically because drilling and cutting requires more energy. We have a gas inlet so that the laser consumption is comparatively less. Let us see how it works. The part where the laser beam is focused, we're talking about this point over here in the diagram. The part where the laser beam is focused is surrounded by a nozzle into which a gas is passed. Inert gases like argon are used in case of specimens that are highly reactive. When the laser beam heats up the specimen, it interacts with the gas also. So constantly if a laser is focused, the surrounding gas is also heated up and the combustion of gas will start. So this in turn start the combustion of gas. This combustion of gas burns the metal or it helps in cutting the metal, thus reducing the laser power requirement for cutting. The tiny splinters or particles of molten metal will be removed by the gas jet. So gas jet will definitely serve its own purpose, but this gas chamber through a nozzle is created to help or aid in cutting. This gas jet removes the molten metal, it removes the splinters, it gives cooling effect. So that has a different purpose. Oxygen gas can be used only where oxidation is allowed or where the specimen is less reactive. Otherwise, inert gases are strictly used. The applications of laser cutting and drilling. It is used to cut or drill all types of metals like carbon, stainless steel. It is also used to cut plastics, ceramics and porcelain. Now, if you want to drill a hole in a plastic or if you want to cut plastic sheets, you cannot use gas welding because that will melt the entire plastic. But laser, because it is a fine beam, it will only melt the portion or it will only melt the portion wherein we need to cut. It is also used in garment industry to cut dozens to hundreds of thickness of yarn. If you have a huge heap of yarn, say the thickness is say 1 meter, you cannot cut each and everything with the help of a scissor. or you cannot use normal cutting, the traditional cutting in it, because that will burn the yarn. So in that cases, laser is used. So this was about laser cutting. Now we will be discussing different applications of laser in different fields. Point wise, I'll be explaining. So applications of laser in industry. In industry, we have just seen 2-3 applications in detail. The first one is for welding and melting. For welding a material, for welding two or more than two metals, alloys, or it is also used for melting a certain portion of metal. It is used for cutting and drilling holes. So it is also used in cutting and drilling, we've just seen above. It is also used to test the quality of material. Laser is used as a quality source, as a quality test. This will not destroy the material, it will only, the laser beam is passed through the material and it is just analyzed within or under the surface of the material whether there are defects or not. Just like non-destructive testing we studied in ultrasonics. It is also used for treatment of metallic and non-metallic materials. So industrial applications, you can write 2 or 3 applications are enough. Then medical industry uses laser in a huge amount. Many applications based in many applications of laser in medical industry. First of all, you might have heard about eye surgeries wherein your power, the eye number is removed using laser. So what is done is your retina, a single layer of retina is burned with the help of laser, and you can say that the power or number of your eyes is removed. So it is used for treatment of detached retina of eyes. It is also used in performing micro and bloodless surgeries. A normal or a traditional surgery pattern needs the body part to be cut. Then the surgery is performed and sutures or stitches are taken. But if you are using laser, just a hole is made in your body, or without even that, surgeries are performed. I can give you an example of removal of kidney stone. So a laser source through a tunnel or through a pipe is passed on through the urethra. Stone is broken into powder or very tiny pieces, which are later on removed. So in that cases, no cut or scar on the body is done. So such is the use of laser in surgeries. It is also used for treating human and animal cancers and skin tumors. Because of a specific property of laser, that laser is highly intense, it will only focus on the part where there is a tumor present. So it can burn the tumor or it can treat the tumor. So laser is commonly used in human and animal cancer treatments. Next, let us see military applications. Military as in defense applications. So it can serve as a powerful war weapon. How? Just an example. A powerful laser beam can be used to destroy objects like missiles in a very few seconds. Entire laser beam can focus on missile of the enemy, and within few seconds it will burn or damage or destroy the missile. That is the reason in war when laser is used, laser is known as a death ray. Laser beam can also be used to determine precisely the distance, velocity, direction, size and nature of reflected light, which is commonly known as LIDAR, light detection and ranging. So laser is sent on the opposite, the enemy side. It can be used to determine what all objects are present. So that light will capture and it will tell us what is the distance from us, what is the velocity of that coming object, what is the direction, size, and what type of an object it is. And a very common term used in defense is LIDAR. Next, laser in microelectronics. Microelectronics basically deal with chips or so small components like you have in your remote controls or you have in all other electronic products. So it is used for trimming the components of integrated circuits with very high accuracy. Integrated circuits are very small chips which have inbuilt or intact small components. So basically laser is used to trim or remove those components with a very high accuracy, wherein you cannot use a normal scissor or a normal plier to cut. So laser is used for trimming the components. It is also used to cut the touchpads for mobile phones. The touchpads for mobile phones, they are brittle. You cannot use a normal cutting method because that will break the entire touchpad. It has to be cut very accurately. So that is again done using laser. Laser is also used in high-speed printing. You might have heard about laser printers. The earlier version of printer was dot matrix printer, but now laser printers are used very widely because they have a very high speed. Laser is also used in barcode scanners. Whenever you visit any provision store, you visit any mall, in the billing section, you might have seen there's a red light which passes on through the code. So those barcode scanners also use laser beam. Lastly, we'll be discussing the applications of laser in science and engineering. So first of all, it is used to transmit thousands of television programs and simultaneous telephonic conversations at the same time through cables. There are such cables called fiber optic cables through which at different frequencies of light using the same cable you can send thousands of television programs, thousands of telephonic conversations all at the same time. Communication between planets is made possible using laser beams. Why specifically laser is used as a communication between planets? One planet to the other planet, the distance is it's in light years, it's very huge. Laser has a property that it does not spread. Laser is a highly directional beam. Suppose there is a source, the source from which laser is coming out, suppose it has a diameter of 1 mm, laser will travel as a beam of 1 mm only. Instead of laser, if you use normal light, it will spread entirely, but laser does not spread. Because it is highly directional, it can be used as a communication source between planets. It is also used for underwater communication between submarines. Submarines are the part of naval officers. The Navy uses submarines. There are specific data which have to be communicated, which has to be communicated between the submarines. Because the submarines are always underwater, we require a source which is not absorbed by water. If you are sending data from one submarine to the other submarine, that data should not be absorbed or should not be affected by water. Laser is a light source which will never get affected by water. If you have normal light, it can be absorbed by water, but laser, because of the property of coherence, because of the property of high directionality, is never absorbed by water. And that is the reason it is used for underwater communication between submarines. It is also used to accelerate or speed up some chemical reactions to create new chemical compounds by destroying the atomic bonds between the molecules. The entire material is not destroyed, only the bonds are destroyed. And a chemical reaction can be initiated or it can be speeded up. That means it can be accelerated. This is done when scientists are developing new chemical compounds. They need to do certain researches, certain experiments between metals, between atoms of different materials. So to break those bonds and to speed up a chemical reaction, also laser is used. You can say this is the application because of the high intensity of laser. Next, by using optical fibers as light guides, the entire content of memory can be transmitted from one computer to another computer by laser beam. Now, because laser does not spread, because laser is not absorbed by any medium, you can use optical fibers which are having laser as a part of medium, as a part of guide which carries the data. So entirely using laser, all the data from one computer can be transmitted to another computer through the laser beam only. So that laser beam is not direct, it is through a cable which is connected between the two computers or between the two parts where we need data transfer. So laser is actually a light guide which will copy the content from one to the other without getting absorbed, without getting disturbed. Laser is also used for fast printouts and it is also used in fiber optic communication. Fiber optic communication involves the use of glass fibers wherein you can say glass cables wherein the carrier of data is laser. Laser is only used as a carrier because of many properties it has, because of specific characteristics it has, like coherence, directionality, monochromaticity, and high intensity. So this was all about the different applications of laser. So this ends our chapter laser. We will be starting with the next chapter in the coming videos. Thank you.